what is the most cringe thing you've ever done? I'll go first. And I most of us want to tell this because it's funny, because I was actually thinking about it the other day. And like most cringe things, they're the things we think about at night when we can't sleep. Usually because we think everybody remembers it, but nobody remembers it at all. Nobody in this instance would ever remember it. I hope not. I don't think so. But way back in 2011 to 2012, I was in 6th grade. In that fall off year of 2011, 2012. 6th grade, I was in computers class. Because this was at the time, we were, like, they were teaching us how to type. I don't think they do that anymore. One thing I loved about being in middle school in the early 2010s was that's when it was decided that they were going to give every kid their own laptop. And then was surprised when many of them got broken. So it was pretty funny. Like, this was the year before they gave every kid in the entire school district laptops. And it was crazy. So, like, I was in computers class. I was typing, not really typing. They put those, like, little, like, cover things so you couldn't see what keys you were typing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but a lot of us had to use those. And if you're like me, or like 90% of the population at the time, you just quickly tapped with your fingers on the keyboard, like this, when the teacher wasn't looking. I still tap like that. Are you kidding me? I can't type. I can tap with my fingers. That's it. That's how I type. Secret's out now. That's not the most cringe thing I do, though. It could be. The most cringe thing is that I did, though. One of the most cringe things I did is, if you go back to my early YouTube videos, you'll see some major cringe, but that's beside the point. I was in class, and it was about over. It was about over. Now, I had a crush on this girl in my class, and I wanted to make her laugh because everyone knows that if you can make a girl laugh, that means they like you. So, I was sitting in, I got this really just fun idea that I was going to say something funny. One thing you need to know, guys, is I'm not a funny person, especially as a kid. I was not, I had a hard time, like, I was easy to make me laugh, but for me to make other people laugh was almost impossible. Especially because I always laughed at my own jokes. I would go to tell jokes, and I would just start laughing, just like the Joker. When I went and saw the 2019 Joker movie, when he's doing stand-up and he's laughing before he can finish the punchline, that was literally me as a kid trying to tell jokes. I would go to tell a joke, and I just start laughing halfway through. So, I'm just a very bad person when it comes to comedy. But I got the really fun idea that I thought was like the most hysterical thing in my head. Like, I thought it was the funniest thing you could ever do, ever. And that was when the bell was going to ring, I was going to yell out Happy New Year. It'd be somewhat amusing if it was around the time of New Year's. This was April of 2012. This was in the spring. So, it didn't make a lot of sense. But I didn't care. For me, because it wasn't New Year's, made it even funnier. It really didn't. So, but one thing you guys know is I'm not a very confident, as a kid I wasn't a very confident person. So when I would talk, I always talked. Anytime I spoke, I always kind of talked and like kind of reserved and just kind of, I'd say stuff, but like be a little quiet but loud at the same time. So when the time came, my heart was pounding. Like I was going to make the whole class, not just her, I was going to make the whole class laugh. Everyone was going to laugh. She was going to fall in love with me. It was going to be awesome. So the time is coming. It's like 2 minutes. I'm sitting there. I'm mentally preparing. I'm sitting in my chair. I'm so hyped. I'm like thinking this is going to be awesome. I'm going to do this. Everyone's going to laugh. I'm going to be super popular. It's going to be the greatest thing in my life to ever happen. And it just keeps going on. Time goes by. Time goes by. And finally, at the time strikes, the bell rings. And as the bell rings, I shoot up out of my chair and yell out. For me, it's not like I said, Happy New Year! Like I was being very funny with it. Guys, I want you to know this is really what it was like. And this is a straight up reenactment of how I probably sounded. Most likely sounded. And it was more so of a, Happy New Year! Little less outgoing, a little bit more introverted too. I just imagine that. So I did it. No one laughed. People looked at me funny. I got a lot of awkward stares. And another kid in my class looked at me and he goes, "Are you stupid? It's April," and walked out of the class. And I'm gonna be honest, I straight up just sat there. Like I walked to my next class, like just like my head wasn't down, but I definitely just kind of kept avoiding eye contact with people, and like I spent the whole rest of the day just sulking and just being upset, and it was so not fun for me. I thought it was gonna be the greatest thing ever. I thought it was gonna make everyone laugh, but I don't know. It was so it's what you get when you're very shy. I grew up very, very shy. I didn't become more outgoing until I was in high school. I was always a shy person. So this was in middle school. I just didn't have I just wasn't outgoing. So, but I thought it was really funny. I thought it was gonna be the funniest thing. And see, the fact that it wasn't New Year's, the fact that it was April in my head made it more funny. For some reason, it just did. It appeared more funny in my head because I was saying Happy New Year in April. Because New Year's doesn't happen in April. That's silly. New Year's happens in December. It's essentially what the thought process was. But that is something that when I can't sleep, I think about. Because we all have those moments. That is, I really can't say it's my most cringe moment because I've had a lot of cringe moments because I was just a very weird kid in middle school. Not weird in the way like, you know, picking his nose and whatnot, but like weird in a way is that my friends and I were just really dumb and we would just do stupid things all the time and just whatnot. So that's really it. I mean, I just want to tell a funny story about me being cringy, I guess, because it's funny. But if you guys all enjoyed, I'll see y'all later in a new one. Have a good day. Check out some merch and stay awesome, everybody.